Makers gathered in Washington, D.C. recently to discuss how to become better global leaders. Nana Adwoa Antwi-Boasiako has our report.
Education, empowering women, and connecting with local communities were some of the issues addressed at the Meridian Global Leadership Summit. This year, the summit focused on how foreign policy impacts the world. Congressman Eliot Engel told attendees the decisions we make today are connected to a global world.
And that what happens in other places really affects us as well. And so it's really not much different than it was 20 and 30 years ago. But I think the acceleration is much greater.
One of the biggest challenges facing the planet is education. James Quincy, president of Coca-Cola, says both political and business leaders need to understand what they can control as well as what they cannot. For Quincy, engaging with local communities and teaching them new skills is what will help global businesses succeed.
In Kenya, we've got a program where we're trying to generate female entrepreneurs to set up businesses, to be distributors, part of our trying to empower 5 million women by 2020. This is tens of thousands of new jobs being created.
Terms such as unemployment can be perceived differently from one culture to another, but observers say policymakers should understand these differences in order to make the best decisions. According to a recent Gallup poll, only 200 million out of 5 billion adults worldwide are unemployed. John Clifton, managing director of Gallup Global Analytics, says that that's because the definition of the word unemployed is flexible.
In the West, when we hear self-employment, we think two things: entrepreneurship and a small business owner. But for the rest of the world, it means begging or being a subsistence worker.
Participants agree there's a need for more interaction between leaders and communities globally in order to make better decisions on foreign policy. Nana Antwi-Boasiako, VOA News, Washington.
Well, we want to know what you think about Africa 54 and the stories we cover. Join the conversation on Facebook. The address is Africa 54. Check out our headlines 24/7 on voaafrica.com. Find me on Twitter at VOA Vince McCory.